Hey guys, Meckler Games here again. I am bringing you a deck profile given to me from a friend who really wants this posted, and this deck definitely has a lot of creativity. It is a Heretic Dragon deck, but it does feature a lot of interesting tech that I would have never really have thought of that actually does work rather well in this deck. You can get multiple amounts of OTKs out of this. If your first push fails, well, you can always make more, and so on and so forth. So we have Flambeau Guard. It's a level 1 tuner. It is a normal type. It is a dragon. All the Heiratic monsters, when tributed, can summon this card. Same with this guy here, Labradorite Dragon. This guy is not unknown to the public. A lot of people who have played Heiratic Dragons have played Labradorite Dragon in combination with Dragard to make things like Leo, or, like other good, strong synchro monsters. And Labradorite Dragon is just OP. And actually, I believe it can make Star Eater if you have another level 1, because it isn't Star Eater like level 11 or something like that. But we have 3 Black Dragon Call-Up Serpent due to the fact that there are a lot of light-type monsters. So these can be used. I could see, not rank 4s. That wouldn't really happen. But this guy can just be a beater. It can be used for sinking material. So really whatever you can actually make out of this with it, yeah, not bad. And if it's destroyed, you can add Wyverburster, which we actually do have one in the deck. 1 Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning, because it's just, it's BLS. Who doesn't want that? 1 Blaster Dragon Ruler of Infernos. Can banish Black Dragon Call-Up Serpent because it's a dragon. We have Carbonedon. Carbonedon itself can special summon itself. No. You banish it from your graveyard and special summon from your deck, hand or deck, 1 level 7 or lower dragon type normal monster in face of defense. So it definitely has its uses in this deck due to the fact that there are 2 Labradorites that you can summon with Carbonedon, as well as synchro with Carbonedon if you really feel like doing so. 2 Gores. It's fucking Gores. Defense. Be a big brute. 2,700 attack. Summon tokens. Yeah, do whatever. Do your thing. Gores is a very good, strong, heavy-hitting monster. And it is level 7, so if you can get it onto the field, and then you can bring back Blaster Redox, you could make Xyz with this. But more than likely you won't. You'll just use them as beaters anyway, or synchro material. So we have 3 Heiratic Dragon V set, your main basic Heiratic monster. You can normal summon without tributing. Its attack drops, but you can tribute it to start, your plays and start your dirty shit. Nebthit can special summon itself by tributing Heiratic monsters you control. Once per turn, you can tribute a Heiratic monster from your hand or field to target monsters and pop them. And then you can actually get your tribute summon effect off of the Heiratic monster that you tribute with it. And when Nebthit's tributed, it can summon normal type dragons. Same with Sue. You guys know about Sue. Special summon it, tribute to pop back row. So they're very important. 3 Tefnuit. Your opponent just needs a monster. He can summon this, and then you can just go off the nuts. Here's an interesting choice. Level Eater. It can allow you to make some very interesting choices for synchroing, because you can reduce levels, summon it, make a synchro out of it with something else. 3 Mathematician, because you can mill level 4 lower monsters from your deck to the graveyard, such as your Level Eaters. Flambeau Guard, Carbonedon, and is a pretty good choice. And when it's destroyed, you get to draw a card, so that's also a really good positive bonus to this deck. 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. It's fucking Red Eyes. There's no explanation. Don't need to really go over it. We all know what he does. We all know what these Heiratic monsters do in general, so we don't really need to go over an explanation to them. Redox, you do have a bit of Earth monsters that you can use. You do have quite a bit of dragons, so Redox can be used very versatilely because due to the mathematicians that you can have, Carbonettin that you can have in hand, you can just ditch them, special summon from the graveyard, or banish to summon it. And then one Wyver Burster can search out Call Up Serpent. So you do have a bit of various stuff here. Now for our spells, very interesting choices actually. 2 enemy controller. I never actually thought the enemy controller would really be something usable in Heretic Dragons, but it does tribute the Heretic Dragon monsters. It takes controls of the opponents, and when you tribute them, you get their effects. So it actually could be a very prominently good card that I never really actually paid attention to when playing Heretic Dragons. Foolish Burial. Just get, Carbonate into the grave, or Level Eater, or Labradorite, or, whatever you need in the grave. Just to start doing stuff. You always have that option to do that. 2 Heretic Seal of Convocation. Search out Heretic monsters. That's always important. This card always jumps from 2 to 3 to 2 to 3 to 2 to 3. And I gotta admit, that is pretty annoying. They keep, changing this. Like every ban list, it changes. Next ban list, it'll be back at 3. Ban list after that, back to 2. Like Heretics just go back and forth and back and forth, and have been going back and forth for like 4 or 5 years now. And that is hilarious that it just keeps going back and forth. And here is some very good tech card to play in this Inferno Reckless Summon. You do special summon a lot of monsters at lower attack points, so Inferno Reckless Summon can allow you just to go off like crazy. So that can be pretty useful. I mean, you could use it on Level Eaters, you can use it on Labradorite, you can use it on, well, you don't have any flammable guards, but you can use it on a Heretic Dragon monster if you summon it with like your Autumn. Whatever you so desire to do with Inferno Reckless Summon, you are more than are able to do that. 2 MSTs and 1 Soul Charge. For the side deck, I actually found that the side deck was pretty interesting, and when I was first taking a look at the screenshot that was sent to me, I couldn't figure out what some of these cards were, but finally figured them out and was able to put them in here. 2 Flying Sea, very interesting choice, because you just special summon it from your hand to the opponent's side of the field when they special summon, and they cannot Xyz with this card. So Flying Sea, I honestly don't know really what this guy is going to be particularly useful for. I mean, I know that like Burning Abyss, this will seriously hurt Burning Abyss a lot, because they normal summon one of their monsters. They decide, oh, I'm going to special summon. Well, when they summon this, you summon it, their monster goes to the grave, and then they can't make an Xyz out of it. They can't summon, they can't control their Burning Abyss cards. So I guess this is really an anti-Burning Abyss kind of card that I could really see having a dominant effect when you're playing the meta. You have here 3 Fairy Wind, destroy face-up spell and trap cards in the field. Both players take damage. It's not really a bad thing. I mean, if people are still running Fire Fist, this is good. Shaddolls have their trap monster, well, their little trap card effects. You got a few things. Quillfoth, this is good against Quillfoth, because when they put their monsters in their pendulum zone, play Fairy Wind, destroy them, and that's the end of that chapter. So Fairy Wind is a very good extra deck card, considering if people still play Fire Fist, it's a good solution to a lot of their shit and their shenanigans. 2 Mistake, prevent searching. And with Heretic Dragons, you don't really search unless you're using Convocation, so Mistake does not hurt you at all. Then here we have Non-Fusion Area, completely will wreck Shaddolls and even Spirit Beasts, because I know that Spirit Beasts will soon be considered part of the meta, like Quillfoth and Shaddolls, which Shaddolls are very, very overpowered, and this will completely dominate them and they won't be able to make Winda. They won't be able to make, you know, Construct. They won't be able to make anything. So non-fusion area really hurts them, actually quite a lot. Same with this card here, Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, completely shuts them down. You put this in there with non-fusion arena, and it's pretty much good game to you. So that is a good bonus, as well as Shadow Imprisoning Mirror can be used against Burning Abyss, because I believe those are all dark monsters as well, and they are all fiends, and fiends are usually dark. So that would make sense to have Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, because that's part of the meta. And skill drain. Your deck doesn't really rely on skill drain so much as it does being able to special summon. So things like Vanity kills this deck, but skill drain really doesn't. It really doesn't have much of an effect on you at all by any means. And it can really hurt a lot of the other decks. And I know that one of the newest decks that are going to become meta upon release is probably the Train set with like Switchyard and all those guys, because they are very, very strong, very powerful decks that just can do really mean things, especially like, they get first turn, Superior Dora. Yeah, that's nasty. Skill drain here does not really hurt them very much at all. So that wouldn't be a good tech against that when it becomes meta. But for the extra deck here, we have Black Rose Dragon, Leo, Michael, the Arc Lightsworn. Really thought that this card was kind of interesting, because I didn't really think of it would be a good card in here, but when I actually realized what it was and what its main effect is, you can pay 1,000 life points to target a card on the field and banish it. That is a good, strong, solid effect. It could be a game changer. And it just can be any card that you target with it. And it's a good effect. It is a level 7, it is a dragon, and it is a light type. So because of the fact it's level 7, it can be used, to make dirty things. You can use it as material for level 8 synchros. You can banish stuff. And you can banish it for, Call Up Serpent, Blackluster Soldier as, material for that if need be. Scrap Dragon, pretty much usual. Star Eater, very, very, very powerful dragon type. Yeah, Star Eater is dirty. You guys all know Star Eater is dirty. Stardust Dragon, it's usual. Underground Arachnid I actually found with some interesting tech. And you can make this with Labradorite Dragon and Level Eater, which is pretty nice because Underground Arachnid has a really, really good, strong effect. And when it attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. You can target unfaced monster your opponent controls and equip it. And if it will be disturbed by battle, you can destroy the equipped monster. So Underground Arachnid is a really, really good, powerful card in this deck because of the ease of which you're going to be able to make it. And this card I actually found rather interesting. XX Saber Gotems. I didn't really find why you would make this, but it was listed in the extra deck when it was sent to me. But it's an earth monster that's able to be used for redox. 3100 attack. It is level 9. It is able to be summoned. So that it is possible to make this monster. Honestly, though, I don't know why, because it doesn't really have any synergy with the deck other than the fact that it is, an earth type. Ptolemy M7, that's pretty much everybody knows that is ran in here. Gaia Dragon, 2 Heiratic Dragon, King of Autumn, summon any dragon monsters. Number 39, Utopia Beyond. This card actually rather interests me. If its XC is summoned, the attack of all your monsters your opponent currently controls becomes 0. So, OTK, anybody? Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach 1 XC's material. Target an XYZ monster you control and 1 Utopia monster in your graveyard, banish it, special summon the second target. But you don't have any other Utopias in this deck aside from Utopia Beyond. So it's its summon effect that you're going to want, and it's 3k attack, so that is nasty. Last but not least, number 61, Volcasaurus. Pops cards, breaks ship, does its job, burns damage. Volcasaurus is a good end game card if you really can't get much else out and can't make an OTK, or you're trying to make an OTK and you need a reason to make Gaia Dragon. Volcasaurus is a good choice for that because Volca, pop, burn damage, will rank into Gaia Dragon and then just go from there. And Photon Strike Balance, or just negate monsters and monsters' effects. I did try this deck out a few times and was actually a little confused on a proper way to play this, but the more you actually use it and the more you play around with it, the easier it actually gets to play. It's just figuring out when and how to run the effects properly to make the most effective use out of the deck. You can OTK very, very, very easily with it if you play this build the right way. Credit goes out to Timeless Sin on DN. Name is, yep, right there, Timeless Sin. Name will be in the description of the video for the title. Deck is credited to her. I believe she found it on another site, I think OTK Central or something or other, but she came to me with this deck and wanted me to post it. So that is the deck, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and I actually timed out due to inactivity. So that is very hilarious. Very hilarious. Well, good game, DN. Good game. Anyways, guys, that's it for the deck profile. I hope you guys actually enjoyed that, and I hope that you guys find this deck build as interesting as I did, and I hope you guys can actually learn to play it and figure out, how well it actually works, how good it is, how effective it can be. So if you do like the deck and you want to thank Timeless Sin, go on to Dueling Network, message her, say, thank you for the deck, so on and so forth. But be nice. Be nice, okay? Niceness will get you very far in this world. But that is the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys later on whatever next video it is that I make.